it's something that you gotta wake up every single day and maintain discipline. And there's days that you wake up and you just wanna lay in bed, you don't wanna go to the gym, you don't wanna go to work. But if you can stay consistent and stay consecutive day after day, staying disciplined in what you do, then eventually you can piece some of those together and be very, very successful. And I've been fortunate. There's a lot of people around me that I've had support from. My parents here, my family that's here, and the coaching staff that was at Clovis. I mean, those guys helped me along. Coach Sexton in the back, Coach Kilman, he's not here tonight, but he's more deserving of any award that I could receive, because he allowed me, along with Coach Sexton, the opportunity to play football and to at that level and to have that system in order for me to be successful. So I had tons of support around me, and that allowed me to maintain the discipline I had.
Well, Jordy, love you, brother. Thank you for your contribution to this program. Setting the example for those to follow what a true leader and quarterback looks like for the Clovis Cougars fan. Thank you so much.
Started the season hot, winning the first 4 games to win a monumental 2019 victory over rival Clovis. However, the following week, Fresno High and the Cougars their only loss of the season. The league championship was on the line. Game 6 was pivotal for Clovis. Mike Jordan's reception and subsequent touchdown were crucial in sealing a tough 6-0 victory over Fresno High. The Cougars then rolled their way through the last 4 games to secure a 1% league championship and one of the playoff spots. In the opening playoff game, the Cougars dominated Terry 36-6, setting up a Valley Championship rematch with rival Clovis. The sellout crowd at Raptor Stadium was energized as they witnessed the Cougar cheerleaders entering the field via the helicopter. They did not prepare the game itself, as the Cougars handily secured their first Valley Championship against the Knights with a score of 27-15. Clovis defense led the way, shutting out 5 opponents and giving just 8 points per game. Led by all Metro selections, Kingley, Baby Shoulders, and Red Wing. Offensively, Rick Jolini excelled in the rushing attack with 975 yard rushing and 11 touchdowns. Quarterback Bobby Pedro passed for an impressive 1,321 yards and 14 touchdowns. Randy Ross caught 10 of those touchdowns and gained over half of the receiving yards, 675. Raven's bruising play linebacker and explosive rushing attack also provided key short yardage gains. The Cougar line was strong, led by the likes of Gil Arthur, Robin Brown, Delton Brown, and Frank Roth. It was no surprise that 1970 season became known as the year of the Cougar in the Central section. Though there are many standout players, the selection of the 1970s Sonal Lincoln Award for football exemplified the team spirit. The 1970s Sonal Lincoln Award went to the entire team rather than to a single player. To this day, it is the only team in the history of Clovis High that has been selected for this distinguished award. The 1970 NYL and the Mississippi Division Valley Championship football team.
The 1970 team, the team that started it all for us. We are joined by Ray Luna and Bill Moore of that team. Please, if you were on that team and you are here as we finish the questions, we're going to ask you guys to come up and we're going to take a picture. But if you could right now, just raise your hand or stand up And we love to recognize you. Yeah, way in back. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the 1970 team. You didn't have a history of Valley Championships, as we mentioned and we talked through, right? The expectation is just to win Valley Championships. That wasn't there. You had to set the trend. So what was it about the 1970 year that empowered the team to come together and recognize that, hey, this is ours to take?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting when you think about our team, because a lot of when we went to the 1970 season, number one, we had a brand new coaching staff. Number two, we had a lot of players that didn't play their junior year. There were maybe 3 of us who started their junior year, so everybody was fresh. Didn't have a whole lot of experience. We had a good coaching staff that walks in, we had no idea. As soon as you walk in, he gave us a big speech. Can't wear hand pads, you can't do this, you can't do that. And we had to work hard and lift weights, which we never did. We never did in the weight room, we had a big deal of less. But it was fun because as we went along during the season, you know, you win one game, okay, that's fine. You win your second game. Then we started getting, we played bullet, and we beat bullet. That was the biggest accomplishment. A lot of us are going, we beat them at the end of the season, and we went out for it. No, obviously we got the big talk. And Coach Lindsay and Coach Simon, and guys, it's not over yet. We have a lot more to do, so I need more from all of you. So as we went along, we kept winning. Then we lost again, and that's Fresno High School. And all of us are going, maybe we weren't that good. It's a big thing on this. But the coaching staff got us all together. Obviously, gave us the talk. You guys can still do it. We still have an opportunity. You know, to win the rest of our games, and we did. And going into that final championship game, it was incredible when you think about it. Because number one, our town, maybe 10 to 12,000 people in Clovis at that time. We had almost 13,000 people at Radcliffe Stadium. It was packed. And that was just the funnest thing to look out there and look on the home side of Radcliffe, and it's packed the whole Clovis town. You have your merchants were there. The people we used to go our school clothes from. Our boots from Susanna's. And it was fun just to do that. At the police officers were great. They always say, come on before they give you a rain. You got to win this game. We got some bets on the game. I probably shouldn't say that. That's exactly what happened. We got a few dollars, we got to win. And by the way, Ray, where's that ticket you got? Because I got a ticket. Because I went through a stop sign. They called me in the principal's office, and I didn't remember. Didn't I do nothing wrong? And there's, of course, Mr. Bishomi was over there with the other guys. But yeah, it was nice seeing talking to me. He just sat me down. We're standing over me. We had a lot of money on. But that was probably the best part. If you think about the team when you go back, we weren't the fastest team. We were not the largest team by any means. I remember, as far as speed, to give you an example, Bob Fritter and I used to race every year. And he's putting 14 Bob's not here, but he just looked at our 40 times. This is like 3. Think about that. That's what linemen run. That's what linemen run. And Bob and I would race every year, and they see us 2 chubby guys run. Okay, Bob and I, you guys line up. It was incredible. They just sit there and wait and just laugh. Here they come. But it's incredible when you look at us, though. The team is talent-wise. I don't know if we had a whole lot of talent, but we were fortunate enough, and I always go back to the coaching staff. We put this team together, gave us the confidence, obviously put the players in the right places, teaching us the hard work ethic, something that we didn't have. And we had to learn all this, and it just paid off. It paid off for all of us, and obviously our season was successful. We all had a lot of fun, and we're still working on it. And I still get a chance to see some of the players that I played with 40, 50 years ago. Yeah, and they're still out there. It's just
Bill, share your experience that night at Radcliffe Stadium and what it was like the first time in the championship game under the lights.
It goes a little bad because we started playing our freshman year together. And Tim Simons, his first job at Clovis Schools was our freshman football coach. 4 years later, as we're going through all this, we kept winning games and winning games our junior year. Lousy season, wasn't so good. The new coaching staff came in, and Dennis Lindsay, Jack Bohan, Steinborn, all come in. And the next thing you know, there's a whole different mindset and approach to the entire season and the team. But we had the entire community behind us. Nothing like this had ever happened in Clovis. Pete Mias took us into, he had all the athletes over at the old school in about 1969. He called an emergency meeting for all the athletes. And so we rang out of the classroom. If you're an athlete, report to the gym. So we showed up at the gym, remember this gym? So Pete Mias had taken down the last championship football plaque that we have from the 1950s or late 40s. And he said, this is an embarrassment. As a community, we expect more. We're going different places than what this past has been. And so you guys need to work for this community that supports you and make us something different. And that was a turning point for us. We move on, we get to the new coaching staff, we show up, we win games, we win games. The first game with Bullard High that we beat them on, there was a little controversy. Coach Fugman and his boys were not very happy because they said that we kind of rifled through the game and we didn't quite, earn the win and we were lucky. So we then finish up the season, we go to our first playoff game, we beat Hanford like they've never been beaten. It was bad, we just tore them a new hole. So then we show back up, and now we have a rematch. And our rematch is Bullard at Ratcliffe Stadium again. And Mr. Rogers, Robin's dad, flies in with that helicopter, and Kathy Barton and all the cheerleaders come streaming out of the helicopter. Big banner hanging down from the helicopter. The Bullard guys run through the field. They grab the banner trying to yank it off the helicopter, which could make the helicopter crash. So that's how we started the game. So the Andy Bogart, the Fresno Bee editor for the sports page, wrote in the paper following the game, if anyone wanted to commit a crime or steal anything in Clovis, the night of the Valley Championship game was the night to do it because every citizen of Clovis was at Ratcliffe Stadium. There was nobody left. It was a ghost town. So the game went on. It was a wonderful game. Great victory for us. Great battle on the field was waged. It was just a really exciting electric time. It was great for the entire community. So we are blessed to this day to be the first modern team to win that thing, and it's been 51 years. So we're very proud.
So on the video, talked about giving the Sassano Blanket Award to the team. That is a very prestigious award for Cougars. It really is. It's the highest award that you can get. So talk about the focus on the team and why that decision was made to give the blanket to the entire team. Was there one individual that said, no, it's the team? Was it the coaching staff? How did that happen? Because that's never been done before. It never had been done, and never been done since.
No, what happened is that the coaches gave us an opportunity to be in the locker room. And we all sat around and we're kind of looking at each other. You know what? If this player didn't play, what would we do? And we go through like 4 or 5 players. And go, how can we get this to work from one individual? When as a team, we did look at it as a team. We didn't have anybody truly outstanding that stood out. We all worked together. And we just decided, you know what? Let's let the team go. And you know what, there were no arguments. But we complained. You didn't hear everybody in the locker room say, well, I did this, I did that. In fact, you never hear that from the teams. And it's just that it was something I'm proud of. When you look at that Sassano Blanket, you see the 1970 team, that's going to tell you a lot about the team. It's going to tell you about the players that we all grew up together. And there's just there's a bond there that's going to make it impossible.
Well, thank you both for representing the 1970 Clovis Cougars. If we can have the 1970 team come forward really quickly, we're going to take a quick picture, and then we are going to move on to our last inductee. The young ones like to take a lot of pictures. There you go, we're good.
Clovis High School won over 100 games and 3 Valley championships. Also during that time, the Cougars twice achieved national rankings. One key to their incredible longevity and success was their ability to continually adjust to the evolving sport of football. Offensively, the Cougars were at one time a pure wishbone team. At other times, they were a state-of-the-art pro-style offense, then a middle-level offense, and then a shotgun spread offense. Defensively, adaptability was also a key feature of the Cougar football teams during those years. As football offenses continually evolved, so did the Cougars' defense. More importantly, no matter how they lined up, they were always known as fundamentally sound and very physically tough. On Friday nights, no matter what the X's and O's were, more often than not, the Cougars scored more points than their opponents, and they did so in an exciting style for their loyal fans. This Cougar football coaching staff also had an extreme work ethic. From the very beginning, they took pride in the fact that they were going to outwork their opponents. They always took whatever time was necessary to best prepare the team every day, every week, and every game. Perhaps more importantly than any of the above features was the way these linemen interacted with the student athletes at Clovis High School. Not only were they talented and demanding teachers, but they also sincerely cared about every single one of the players they coached. The staff profiles of this great group of Cougar coaches are as follows. Jack Bohan, a one-of-a-kind football coach and person who, early on, established a toughness mentality for Cougar football that still exists today. John Sexton, a great teacher and coach. Jack Burton, Cliff Wetzel, Cliff also had a powerful voice that every CHS football player will always remember. The staff will always remember him as the necessary even keel during the long meetings and the Friday nights on the field. Larry Cohen was the head coach of the 2002 Valley Championship team. Mike Freeman, many roles running back coach, running game, play calling, and in charge of all technology. Bill Biggs, teams today with his son Kyle. Finally, this staff had a unique chemistry that kept them together year after year, game after game, and work hour after work hour. The results provided Clovis High School with an all-time historic chapter in Valley High School football. Hallmark varsity football coaching staff.
And representing that staff, we have Coach Jack Erdman. The notorious cowboy hat on the sideline. There's a highlight tape, I think Jordan from your senior year, and Billy, it closed out with you throwing that cowboy hat up in the air. Which you did, what, how many times did you do that? 13 times? 13 Valley Championship games? Yes. So one of the unique things that was mentioned earlier is this staff stayed together for so long. What was it that kept you and Coach Simons, Coach Kellum, Coach Sessions, Biggs, Freeman, the whole Wetzel, the whole crew together for so long? What was different about this staff than everywhere else you loved?
Well, we started coaching, there was only one high school, Clovis. As far as I'm concerned, there still was only one high school.